Is that a shadow person or a shadow? So let's see what questions we have only on Paranormal, True or False. It is free to subscribe. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Thank you. What is this ghostly figure? As this security camera is picking up some type of motion in this hallway, we suddenly see what looks like a ghost wearing a hat and an old-timey jacket. So is this simply a camera glitch that is picking up someone from a costume party? Is this somehow staged? Is this one of those detamage or some type of a IR sensor issue? It would be pretty cool though if you were a ghost wearing a costume. And maybe that's where the images of the devil came from, was a ghost in a costume. Is this ghost escaping? The chain that's locking that door suddenly slides to the left and then pops out of the clasp and dangles beside the door. Then the door will casually open as if someone is walking through it. How did this happen? Could a string be used to pop that chain open like it's doing? It seemed a little jerky there when it first started to slide. I can't tell if that door handle is moving or not. It looks like that's a screen door right there, and it's not open. So whatever manipulated this door was on the inside. Is this real? Is this a hoax? Is it staged? I'm honestly not sure on this one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is this ball possessed? It appears that we're in an abandoned building when suddenly a ball rolls across the floor. Did an animal move that ball? Is the floor not level? Was there some type of vibration in the ground, such as an earthquake that caused it to roll? It comes from a blind spot, so it's very possible there's a person standing there that simply kicked it or rolled it. This is an easy thing to recreate, but at the same time, it's an easy thing for a ghost to do. And if I was a ghost, that's exactly what I would do. Is this lady a ghost? This is one of those that I don't understand why it's being passed off as paranormal. To me, that looks like a lady that's on the phone with her back to us. She wants a little bit of privacy from all the yapping that's going on right here. It's like they're all planning on going out to dinner or something, but they're waiting on her, so they're waiting in this breezeway, hallway, whatever. You know, the mere fact that they're all kind of standing in such a way where that door is just perfectly framed up, that's kind of how you would stand if you were waiting on that person. I just don't understand why this is considered paranormal. For all we know, this woman is on her menstrual cycle, and she had to walk away before she killed one of these yappers. What is this shadowy figure? We will suddenly see a shadowy figure walking into the room. Is this a shadow person? Is it a ghost? Is it paranormal? Or is it someone walking outside and that's a shadow that's coming in through a window? Or is it one of those atypical glitches where the IR sensor isn't working right and we get this vague thing? Is it a CG or video effect? Or is it just a sulking shadow person moping along? I would probably mope too if I walked like that. Doesn't it have a weird gait to you? Or is it just my perception that it has a weird walk? Is this a living garden gnome? We will see a very faint, small image start to come into frame, and then it leaves back and goes back into the shadows. When we zoom in, we just have this very small figure that almost looks like a garden gnome. Is this an attack of the garden gnomes? Is it just a small creature? Atypical wildlife that's wandering around? Well, it's definitely a poor quality camera because it's barely picking anything up, which means it has a weak IR sensor and potentially a weak shutter speed. That would be funny if you were reincarnated as a garden gnome that comes alive at night and wanders around in the shadows. Somebody's made that movie, right? Because I know if they've made the horror movie The Leprechaun, they've had to do a horror movie on garden gnomes. Let me know in the comments below if there's a horror movie regarding garden gnomes. The garden gnome nipping at your toes, not at your nose. There's your slogan for that horror movie. You're welcome. What is this ghostly figure? On the left side of our screen, we see this very faint, ghostly white figure, looking like it's about to crawl up this wall. What is that thing? When I first saw it, I thought it was some sort of reflection, like from a wind chime or something of that nature. But now I'm thinking it might be a bug on the lens. Oh look, it's part 2 of the garden gnome, when they transition into a ghost. And when they moved inside and are no longer in the garden. Watch out for the garden gnome. It climbs walls. This one looks like we have a poltergeist and shadow people. As we watch this security camera footage, we will see some things falling off the shelves, then we'll see the glass door open, and then something falling out of that area. We see the glass door closes, then at the very bottom of our screen we'll start to see that chip bag twist and turn on the ground, and then something else falls off the shelves. At the bottom right, we will see a shadow figure pop up and walk along the bottom of our screen and then go up towards that door on the upper left side. Somebody comes out of the back room, is startled by something falling, and leaves, and we continue to have the poltergeist activity. I tried to slow down this shadow person, but there's nothing I can do to make this a better picture so we could see it better. It just goes through that space so fast and it's so faint that it's really hard to tell what's going on there. This is just one of those, if it's too much is happening, it's too good to be true. So I'm pretty sure this is all staged, all a hoax, something, but I don't think any of it is real. It's good, but it's not real. But this ghost definitely needs some anger management therapy. It's almost like they're screaming at the top of their lungs, I hate all this junk food made me die. Is this another poltergeist? As this investigator explores this abandoned building, we will see different objects moving. The first thing that we see move is actually the backdrop of that shower head, and it's swinging to the sides, back and forth. Then a chunk of the wall falls to the floor. So I'm freeze framing these for a second so you can actually see the object that's moving. And then the other object is over here on the wall that just slides down. And I'm not even sure what that object is. So he backs out of that room and goes into another room where he suddenly sees something. It looks like a head that's popped up over that wall there, playing peekaboo. So is all this staged? Is it a hoax? Is it trickery? Most likely. However, this is another place I don't want to come back as a ghost, and that is in a bathroom. I don't care if I died in that bathroom or not. I do not want to come back and haunt a bathroom. What is this shadowy figure? Towards the ceiling, we suddenly will see a shadow going from the left to the right. What is that shadowy figure? My first thought was that it's a bug, but I have to wonder if that's actually a shadow from somebody that's outside, because I feel like there's a window behind the camera. However, if there's no window behind the camera and that's not a bug, that is very compelling evidence. I really like this clip. But once again, we have a place that I don't want to haunt, and that is the ceiling of a building. Let me haunt the bar, not the ceiling. Ooh, look, I'm scaring that hanging light. Is this table possessed? The camera suddenly points at a table that's in the center of the room, and we see something that fell onto the floor on the other side of the table, and then suddenly the table itself moves, along with that spoon or fork or whatever that was that moves. I don't know why, but this just gives me the sensation that we're on a ship, and this table that should not have wheels on it is just rolling with the waves. And I don't know why I get that sensation. Maybe it's the way the camera operator is moving the camera that causes me to feel that way. But I don't know. Now, obviously everything's moving in a direction of a doorway, so there could be somebody on the other side of that doorway just hanging out there with a string. The mere fact that you have paperwork on that table instead of food, even though we're in a kitchen, just makes me think that this is a workaholic that is haunting this place. And that's who moved that table. They're just a workaholic ghost. This is downright creepy. So this is a lady that's in her bed, and she points her camera out the window and captures a guy peeking in at her. That is just downright creepy, stalkerish, and called the police. He is now on her balcony looking in the window. It's not paranormal, it's just creepy. You can shop at echopearlcreations.com, which is the official website for Paranormal True or False. You can go to producerjimriley.com to learn more about the man that makes all the music for this channel. And again, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Remember to question everything. Thanks for watching Paranormal, True or False.